Okay, so God literally just brought this back to me. This is part two on the church friend. So shortly after I cut her off, right after I just like completely cut her off, I was still attending church, and I stopped talking to her. So I noticed that she would start to sit by my husband, you know, after worship time, and it just kind of upset me because me and him were still going through cycles. He was back and forth, but I didn't like that. And I honestly feel like as a woman, whether we talk or not, like, why are you so comfortable to sit by my husband? Like, you would go all the seats in the church and you would still go sit by him. So number one, that pissed me off. And then number two, he was at home one day, and I seen he was on Instagram, and I had noticed she was inboxing him. They was inboxing back and forth. And I was like, well, you cool with her and I don't fool with her no more? He's like, yeah, we cool, whatever. And I just looked at him. So he's like, yeah, God had a word for me to give her. And I was like, whatever. Because this is what he does, right? The way he manipulates women, like, into getting them to sleep with him, he would prophesy to them and, like, clearly tap in illegally, and then he would play on their emotions and get them to sleep with him. So that's what God showed me he was going to do with her. So I remember he was like, yeah, because the following week, me and him went look at apartments. One thing he would do when he would come back, he would put on this whole play for us to go view a house, but we would never get the house. Like, this is some real Risa Tisa stuff. He's definitely full of legions of demons. Okay, he would come back and we would always go look at a house, but we would never get the house because he never had no intentions. He would just flaunt it in my face like, this is what I can do with us as a family, but I'm not going to do it. Mind you, couldn't even afford the house. That's not the point. But we went go look at these luxury apartment buildings, and I was like, well, how did you find this? We're sitting there talking to the guy, and I was like, how did you find this? He's like, yeah, old girl, the church friend, called him one night from our home at 11 at night to go look at apartments with him. Now, y'all know that apartment complexes are not open at 11 at night. Okay, so when he said that, red flag went off, and I said, God, when you give me the opportunity to talk to her, I will. So time go by, we don't get the house because it's many cycles that we would go get a house when he would look at a house when he come back, and then we would never get it. He never had no intentions to do it. I think it was some evil, sick plot to make me feel like we were gonna be a family. He was gonna do right, whatever. So she ended up texting me one day on Instagram and say, hey girl, just checking on you, ain't heard from you in a while, because I had kind of like stopped going to church a little bit. So I reached out to her and said, hey, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. So I'm on my way to go get my daughter, and I call her and I'm telling her, I'm like, number one, I said I thought we was cool. I said, but now I'm about to approach you as a wife. I'm not approaching you as no friend because it's clear we're not friends. I said, what made you think it was okay to inbox my husband and ask him to go look at an apartment with you at 11 something at night? I did. I said, stop. I said, if I call your child's father and ask him to go do anything, just in general, because I don't operate like that. I said, how would you feel? She didn't say nothing. I said, I pray you never have to experience this with your husband. I said, because you have to reap what you sow. I said, first of all, you got trash character, you got trash integrity. I said, I don't like it. And on top of that, because I had stopped talking to her, she had started to make it seem like to people in church that I was bullying her because I stopped talking to her. So she was like, yeah, because Pastor so-and-so asked me if you were bullying me. And I was like, how would I bully you? I don't speak to you. I don't talk to you. I walk past you. She said, yeah, well, somebody has seen you roll your eyes at me one day. I said, who is somebody? I said, because when we talking, I like to give names. I said, I don't do that back and forth. He say, she say. So she's like, no, I told her you wasn't bullying me. I said, yeah, I wasn't. I said, I simply stopped talking to you because I see how you move, and I don't move like that. And after I checked her, I was upset when I hung up with her. So I'm crying in the car, going to get my daughter, and I'm pissed. So I called one of the pastors, and I'm close with that mentor me, and I'm like, hey, this girl did this, and that. She said, number one, let me stop you. She said, everybody got an issue with this girl in church. She said, number two, she wants your husband. She said, number three, be still, be silent, don't say nothing, don't even entertain her. And she's like, she's trying to cause confusion. She's trying to get you to stop coming here because ultimately she wants to be with your husband. So we hung up after that, and I never dealt with her again. But I just thought it was trash character, trash integrity. And I know a lot of women say, don't go after the women. It's not that I went after her. It's that, number one, you're supposed to be my friend. Now, if you was never my friend, you was never somebody I associated with, I don't have nothing to tell you because I let God deal with that part. But because me and you had a relationship previously, I felt that I had to tell you about yourself, and I had to check you and get you back right, because I'm not the one nor the two. So yeah, the church friend was not church friend, and the church friend is really the op. And I just can't believe that they got women that set up like that. It's just crazy, because why would you want my husband anyway? He's a liar, he's a cheater, he's a manipulator, he operates in heavy divination. He clearly slept with your friend. You didn't even feel the need to tell me. So, girl, some of these people out here in these streets is a whole mess. You understand? But regardless, God still vindicated me. He still defends me. And after I told her that, like, they stayed cool, I never said nothing. I never said nothing to him. I was just like, why would you even do that knowing we don't talk no more? Oh, she cool, she didn't see that. But that just let me know that he wasn't my husband even in that moment. Because ain't nobody that you supposed to be like this in covenant with go sit there and hee ha ha in somebody else's face and go help them look for an apartment at night and sleep with their friend while you're married to me. Ain't that's just, God was just showing me all around that this ninja ain't it. But anyway, that's the story.